It is my honor and my pleasure to introduce to you the #1 team in the Northeast region, the Windy City Rollers. Introducing your co-captain, number 07, Jackie Daniels. Your captain, number 17, Old Dirty Go-Go. Number 00, Tommy Kazi. Number 219, Who's Your Mama? Number 25, Varla Vendetta. Number 27, Zoe Trocious. Number 30, Athena de Crime. Number 303, Konnichiwa. Number 52, Sargentina. Number 70, Georgia on your behind. Number 75, Bork, Bork, Bork. Number 81, Ruthanasia. Number 911, Cola Loca. And number 999, Yvette Your Maker. These are your Windy City All-Stars.
The most evil players in the roller derby world. Now, they're back to avenge their name. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Wheels of Justice.
Number 17H, the Blast Unicorn. Number 2, French Tickler. Number 210, Heidi Go Seek. Number 360 of Joyride. Number 3, B Texine. Number 50, Scald Eagle. Number 54, White Flight. Number 73, Frankenherder. Number 934, JK Rowling. Number 94, Scrappy Go Lucky. And your captain, number 81, Havana Good Time. These are your Wheels of Justice! Coached by Rob Lobster and Mike Checks. And what up, Bex? my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited for this bout. It's the first time we get to see the Wheels of Justice this year. Last year, here in the Memorial Coliseum, they took third place and advanced to championships. You know who else went to championships, Spider? Windy City. So we have two championship teams taking each other on. We have a huge, now they have a long history between Windy City and Rose City, played each other a lot of times. Rose City have won the last couple, but Windy City have taken them down several times, so there's always this tension when they take each other on.
Windy City coming off an earlier win this season over Naptown, so it'll be interesting to see the matchup here tonight between the Wheels of Justice and the Windy City All-Stars.
We also have a lot of skaters on the Wheels of Justice that a lot of people haven't seen on them yet. Now, I've seen them. I know they're great, but a lot of people are really interested to see what the Wheels of Justice look like this year. I know you are, I know Windy City is, and I know I am. So we're just doing a little last-minute deliberation before we get started. Now I want to check really quick. I want to hear from you. Are there any Chicago fans here today? Are there any Windy City fans here today? That's nice. It's good. Nice to see you out here. It's you. Any Portland fans? Any Wheels of Justice fans? Okay. Now, I don't know if they're just louder than you are, Windy City fans, or there might have been a couple more of them. We'll figure that out as we go. But you did a good job. You're there for your team. I love it.
While I have this chance, I'd like to remind everybody that Porcano is one of our proud sponsors. Amazing taqueria food, 2 locations on the Mississippi and the Hawthorne. Porcano, Porcay, yes!
We got the beautiful, lovely, and talented Magic Pony Power Hour up with us. Y'all are too quiet for Magic Pony Power. It is my privilege to have Ms. Spider come down from Olympia, Washington to announce with us.
It's always a pleasure to come to Portland.
And without further ado, we're going to get this party started. On the line for the Wheels of Justice is Scald Eagle!
She's going to take on the co-captain for WCR, Jackie Daniels, number 07.
Let me tell you something about Jackie Daniels. She's really good.
I would have to agree. I concur.
We got 2 solid walls in the pack right now. It looks like, already we have a power jam, a hit to the head from Scald Eagle. That means Jackie Daniels is going to be the only jammer out there, and only Windy City will be able to score points, Ms. Spider.
She got a nice assist there from number 75, Bork, trying to bust her through the last line of defense. However, Scrappy Go Lucky able to maintain position out in front of Jackie Daniels.
Swing and a miss. First pass. Lead jammer goes to Jackie Daniels. No points yet, but she is in a scoring position right now.
Huge wall of purple. The Wheels of Justice at the back as Mercy, number 100, tries to escort Jackie Daniels to the infield.
Bork there with that offensive maneuvering, but there was a wall of Havana Good Time. Scrappy Go Lucky to protect her.
Jackie Daniels is through on her scoring pass for a grand slam. That's 5 points as she picked up.
But Jackie Daniels removed her mouth guard from her teeth. That is an illegal procedure. That is going to be a minute in the penalty box. And we have a new power jam.
That's right. As soon as Jackie Daniels took a seat, it released Scald Eagle from the penalty box, reversing the roles.
Initial pass for Scald Eagle. No points yet, but she's now in a scoring position.
Looks like Gogo pulling up the back there. A huge takedown by Bork on Scald Eagle to the infield.
Now, Scald Eagle's already passed some opponents, so she's picked up a few points. We'll see the official there. 4 points for Scald Eagle. We have a 1-point bout.
Hey, we'd like to thank the Lloyd Athletic Club and Mike Saya, the official trainer of the Wheels of Justice. That's the Lloyd Athletic Club.
We're starting off in a power jam here. That means White Flight will be jamming all by herself, people.
White Flight actually participating in the World Cup for representing Team USA. There she goes on the inside line and takes lead jammer position for the Wheels of Justice.
That was beautiful offensive screen set up by Heidi Go-Seek, making an easy scoring pass for her.
Nicely done. On the outside, she's gonna pick up the full 5 points as Hoosier Mama, number 219, cutting the track as she heads to the penalty box for Windy City.
You cannot pass opponents out of bounds. Meanwhile, Jackie Daniels is back. Her initial pass, no points yet, but she's in scoring position for Windy City.
Nice escort there by Georgia on your behind around turn 4.
4 more points for Portland, bringing it to 13 for Wheels of Justice, 5 still for Chicago. So Power Jam's already starting to affect this bout, Spider, so I think both teams really want to focus on keeping their jammers out there. It really helps.
Definitely helps to have a skater on the track who can score points for your team. That's going to be 911 Cola Loca with her first opportunity donning the star for Windy City.
And Scald Eagle jamming for Wheels of Justice. Oh, beautiful kick-assity positioning. Last line of defense against Cola Loca.
A nice assist there by Frenchie as she works in tandem with her teammate. However, number 911, Cola Loca, pulling through for lead jammer status on her non-scoring pass.
Cola Loca with some beautiful juking action, gets through, calls off the jam, picks up, count them, 4 points for Windy City, bringing it to 9 points for Chicago, 13 for Portland. Magic Pony Power Hour.
Well, Randy Pan, I'd like to remind everybody to visit ohsusportsmedicine.com for injury prevention, sports safety information, and community athlete profiles, including posts about your very own Rose City Rollers. That's ohsusportsmedicine.com.
This will be the first time we've seen Varla Vendetta, number 25, as the jammer for Windy City.
And White Fly jamming for Wheels of Justice. She is your lead jammer!
White Flight in heavy jammer rotation just in the first couple of jams here.
Yvette Your Maker, number 999 for Windy City with beautiful offensive blocking. Set up a screen, gave a short whip to get Varla Vendetta out. 0-0 called off by White Flight before Varla could get points. Magic Pony.
The King, what do you got out there for me, buddy?
Well, I was standing here with Susan B. Anarchy, one of the coaches from Portland Men's Roller Derby. We got a big bout coming up against the Wheels of Justice next weekend. What can you tell me about that, Susan?
I can tell you it's one of the first live bouts between men's roller derby and women's roller derby Portland has ever seen. It's going to be at the Baghdad, starts at 1 o'clock next Saturday. Buy your tickets, watch it live on the big screen, drink some beers, have a grand old time.
Thank you, Susan.
Back to you, Randy.
Athena de Crime jamming for Windy City All-Stars.
And Scald Eagle for Rose City. Dancing around, she is your lead jammer.
Not far behind her, Athena de Crime also threw on her non-scoring pass.
Now, good positioning by Windy City's pack right now, getting up front to protect the points. Looks like Skull calls off the jam. She was lead jammer. She can stop the jam. She picks up 2 points. And
0 points on the board there for Athena to Crime.
looks like a misconduct called was on Scylla Devour at the last second, probably hitting a down skater.
Number 27, Zoe Trocious dons the star for Windy City All-Stars, taking on number 54, White Flight.
Nice contention there. 3-3 in the pack as both skaters have one skater in the penalty box, but looks like Zoe Trocious is your lead jammer.
As Mercy heads to the penalty box, so this now pack advantage in favor of Windy City All-Stars.
That's Vanna Goodtime and great defense from Vanna Goodtime and JK Rowling, slowing down the Windy City Jammer, giving an opportunity for White Flight to sneak in there and score some points. Magic Pony Power Hour.
Hey, we'd like to thank Selwood's Sweetest Watering Hole and proud sponsor since 2007. That's K's Bar. Starts with a K, ends with an A. K's Bar.
Up in the line for the Wheels of Justice is Scald Eagle.
Taking on 911 Cola Loca for the Windy City All-Stars, and she gets through right on the inside line to take lead jammer position for Windy City.
Well, Windy City doing a great job of capitalizing on their numbers. They got 4, and they are doing a great job protecting their jammer.
Here we have on the scoring pass a grand slam. That's 5 in the sky for Cola Loca. As we have number 75, Bork, headed to the penalty box for Windy City.
All right, it looks like Georgia on your behind went for a hit, and Scald Eagle deflected it. That's her initial pass. But, yes indeed.
Windy City able to pick up 4 points on that scoring pass, bringing this to a 1-point difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now is a great time to pick up some raffle tickets. Those are 1 for $3 or 3 for $10. Giving away a ton of great stuff tonight. Pick up those raffle tickets right now.
1 point bat. We got White Flight on the line for the Wheels of Justice.
One more time for number 30, Athena to Crime for Windy City All-Stars.
Oh, nice lateral movement. White Flight gets around the outside. Up front, she is your lead jammer!
She pulls around Sargentina, number 52, for WCR to take that lead jammer spot. Looks like Frenchie, number 2, headed to the penalty box for cutting the track.
She passed the skater out of play, so she's going to the penalty box. Still, Athena to Crime caught in the pack on her initial pass.
She's going to get a nice assist there from Hoosier Mama in the form of a whip.
It's like White Flight navigating her first scoring pass here. Takes a hit from Sargentina to the outside, but then jukes to the inside. Calls it up for 4 more points for the Wheels of Justice.
I'd like to thank Medical Massage Northwest, happily rubbing away the aches and pains of RCR for years and years. That's Medical Massage Northwest.
Lest my eyes deceive me, that appears to be the Blast Unicorn for the Wheels of Justice.
And Varla Vendetta for the Windy City All-Stars.
Oh, and Varla Vendetta, nice move on the outside lane as she takes lead jammer position almost immediately.
Joyride going for some offense there.
Nice.
Fourth minor picked up by Georgia on your behind. Great defense by Konichi Wow and Jackie Daniels for Windy City in the front.
Jackie Daniels maintaining positional blocking out in front. She does a nice assist on the straightaway.
Huge pass through the middle there for Volley Vendetta for 5 points, bringing it to a tie bout. Low block landed there.
And the King, who you got for us, bud?
King, I'm standing here with Matt. He's a beer ranger from New Belgian Brewing. Matt, why do you like roller derby so much?
Well, thank you, the King. I'm having the time of my life. If you are having a good time, I need you one time tonight to say, hell yeah! I need you now! I will share with you, invite all your friends here. This is the moment that we live for in Portland. Coming up at halftime, we have trike races and we're raffling away a Fat Tire Cruiser bike. Please buy raffle tickets. I love all of you here. Between beer, babes, and roller skates, you got it all.
We got a bet right now.
Thanks, Matt.
Scald Eagle going to the penalty box for a cutting the track major, but Wheels of Justice defense holding up. Well, they were on
right.
Zoe Trocious.
That's right, so Zoe Trocious in a power jam now. She is a solitary jammer on the track. She's the only one that can score points. Bork, and Yvette, your maker, at the back of the pack looking for an assist.
The 4-3 pack advantage for the Wheels of Justice, but a 1-0 jammer advantage for Windy City. Hit to the head there on Scrappy Go Lucky.
Nice move there as Zoe pulls through for 5 points on the scoreboard. That will give advantage to Windy City, bringing them to 28 to Wheels of Justice 23.
This is their first lead change of the night, and the first time Windy City has taken the lead. And nice maneuvering as Zoe Trocious pushes the lead to 10 points. Scald Eagle in and out on her initial pass. No points yet for the Wheels of Justice, though, on this jam.
Zoe looking in for an assist there from Yvette, your maker, at the front of the pack. She sees a jammer for Wheels of Justice encroaching, so she makes the wise decision and calls off the jam.
3 more points, pushing the Windy City lead to 13-36 over Portland's 23. Magic Pony.
Hey, we'd like to thank DerbyFit.com, Spark, Rock, Recover, Repeat, RCR's independent Advocare distributor. That's DerbyFit.com.
Cola Loca up on the line for Windy City Roller Girls.
And White Flight for the Wheels of Justice. She's trying to make it past the 3-wall in front there.
Nice recycling in the front by Wheels of Justice.
Huge takedown on JK Rowling as she tries to maintain position in front of Cola Loca. Cola Loca gets a major forearm penalty. This is now a power jam for White Flight.
Lead jammer and power jam, 4-on-4 in the pack. It's a good opportunity for Wheels of Justice to cut down this deficit. Well, 4-on-3.
Scrappy Go Lucky headed to the penalty box for the Wheels of Justice. Pack advantage here in favor of Windy City. However, their jammer is still sitting in the penalty box.
Nice navigation, offensive maneuvering.
Nice move by Jackie Daniels. She takes out White Flight on the straightaway as number 73, Frankenherder, goes in for an assist there, taking out Jackie Daniels.
White Flight exhibiting a lot of control here. She doesn't want to risk a penalty. She calls off the jam, takes the point she got, which was 3 points for the Wheels of Justice Magic Pony Power.
Hey, we'd like to thank the Open Space Cafe, Brunch, Bar, Wi-Fi. Embrace the pace. The Open Space Cafe.
And here we have Rose City continuing in a power jam roll as Scald Eagle dons the star for the Wheels of Justice.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your wings in the air at this time for Scald Eagle. Nice defensive positioning from Windy City there, getting up front and defending, Spider.
Bork, Georgia on behind. At the front of the pack there for Windy City.
Pushing open that inside line, Scald Eagle is your lead jammer.
However, now back in rotation, Cola Loca 911 for the Windy City All-Stars.
She is on her initial pass. No points yet for Windy City. Scald Eagle on her scoring pass.
Nice little hip check there by Bork. She tries to assist Scald Eagle to the center. She's unsuccessful. And that is a grand slam. 5 points for Scald Eagle.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at halftime, we've got our New Belgium Brewing Company tricycle races. We're gathering contestants for that right now. Make sure you find somebody and tell them you're interested. That's the New Belgium Brewing Company tricycle races.
All right, if you're watching from home, we have some technical difficulties, so we will keep you up to date on the real score. Everyone here knows what the score is. Athena DeCrime up on the line for Windy City, Chicago with 36 points.
Taking on White Flight number 54 for the Wheels of Justice. White Flight putting herself in defensive jamming position. She's going to go right on the outside lane and take lead jammer position.
Wow, nice maneuvering. You got a huge defensive wall set up by Rose City.
Nice move by J.K. Rowling. She tries to stay on front of Athena DeCrime. Athena DeCrime able to make it through on her non-scoring pass.
Violet Vendetta going to the penalty box for fourth minor. White Flight cruises through, picks up how many? 4 points. We have a 1-point bout. And if you're at home, that's Chicago with 36, Portland with 35.
Scald Eagle donning the star for the Wheels of Justice. She's gonna take on Zoe Troches, number 27 for the Windy City All-Stars.
Looks like we have a 4-3 pack advantage for Rose City here.
Rose City all intentionally taking that knee to force the second whistle.
Trying to push positioning there, doing a good job. Scald Eagle with some lateral movement, but Bork with some great defense up front by Scald Eagle lead jammer.
Jammer takeout on Zoe Troches on turn 4. She actually turning into a blocker.
Looks like Yvette, your maker, with some great inside hits, forcing Scald Eagle to the pack, so Scald doesn't get the blocking out of play.
And here we have Zoe through on her non-scoring pass.
Scald Eagle gets out, gets 4 points and takes back the lead for the Wheels of Justice, 39 to Chicago's 36.
Hey, I'd like to thank Bridgetown Chiropractic, the official bone cracker of the RCR since 2006.
Hey, Pony.
Hey, King, what do you got out there, buddy?
I am standing here with Natalie, a big, super Wheels of Justice fan, and I want you to see this Pegacorn costume she had. I'm just blown away by its size. Why are you such a big fan, Natalie?
Who wouldn't be a big fan of Wheels of Justice?
I completely agree with you. I mean, they're spectacular. So what is your large head here made out of?
Paper mache, yarn, and a lot of spray paint.
Pony, can you see this from here?
I can see it, King. It's huge. Ask her why she wasn't here for the contest earlier.
She showed up late. But she's going to keep coming back, and she's going to wear it next time. Back to you, Pony.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, King.
Back from timeout here. White Flight jamming for the Wheels of Justice.
And Cola Loca for Windy City. Coloca picking up a major cutting the track penalty. This is now a power jam in favor of the Wheels of Justice, White Flight.
And that is the essence of defensive jamming. Hit to the inside, but she doesn't pass. White Flight lead jammer.
You'll notice an amazingly low score showing how evenly matched these two teams are. All the way from Chicago and the number one team in the North Central region.
White Flight doing some juking. Now remember, you get points by passing your opponent, so she's at least picked up a couple. And we have a trap in the back there as Wheels of Justice trying to keep it slow.
Varla Vendetta and Yvette Yermaker trying to take down a White Flight. She picks up 5 points on the scoreboard. That brings Portland to 44, Windy City 36.
Great defense set up by Wheels of Justice. They had Jackie Daniels trapped for a second to keep it slow. Jackie Daniels, not an easy skater to trap. I'm just saying, she's really good.
White Flight running into a massive 3-wall at the front of the pack there.
No pack was called. It looks like J.K. Rowling go to the penalty box for destruction of pack. That's another 5 points for White Flight. It's like Cola Loca makes her initial pass, so White Flight calls it there. 49 Portland, 36 for Chicago. Magic Pony Power Hour.
I'd like to thank the following sponsors: Fat Lip Industries, Mike Thrasher Presents, Hammy's Pizza, Portland Vital Signs, and Brooklyn Community Acupuncture.
We now have Scald Eagle for the Wheels of Justice taking on Athena to Crime, both doing a little dance there, volleying for position behind that jammer line.
Nice defense, jammer line defense, both teams setting up walls here. We got 4-3 blocker advantage for Wheels of Justice, but Scald Eagle is lead jammer.
Athena to Crime now out of the pack on her non-scoring pass, as she's going to make it an issue for Scald Eagle.
Hits it and quits it. Jam is called. And 1 point picked up by Scald Eagle, 0 for our Wheels of Justice.
Hey, we'd like to thank Timothy Murray Photography. Visit timothymurrayphotography.com for classic black and white film and derby images. That's timothymurray.com.
Varla Vendetta for the Windy City All-Stars. She's gonna take on the Blast Unicorn.
Huge 4-2 blocker advantage for Windy City, and they get lead jammer.
That was a lovely assist on the outside lane for Bork as she helps Varla Vendetta through to take that lead jammer spot.
Already engaging. Varla Vendetta, the easy scoring pass. Blast Uniform gets her initial pass.
That's 4 more points on the scoreboard for Varla Vendetta for the Windy City All-Stars, bringing Chicago to 40, Portland maintaining at 51.
Hey, I'd like to remind everybody tonight's after parties at the Someday Lounge. That's 125 Northwest 5th Avenue. Free ride on the Max to get there. That's the after party. Hey, Mega Megan, it's an official timeout and time to give away some amazing Girl Scout cookies to the Derby Fit Spark section, except the official timeout's over. Give away a couple of boxes, Sugar. Come on now. Run them down.
So we were adjusting the score because there were 2 penalty box points that came in on the previous jam that weren't scored. They are scored now, so this is the official score: Portland 52, Chicago 40.
There's a huge pileup on the straightaway. We are going to have Windy City. That's number 27, Zoe Trocious, as she takes lead jammer position.
Fourth minor picked up by Scald Eagle. It was a minor low block, but that's going to be a power jam for Windy City.
Windy City going to look to capitalize on being in this spot as they try to take advantage of having a solitary jammer on the track.
However, that's like 3 of the most dangerous blockers in the sport right there. Havana Good Time, Mercy, and Scylla Devour.
Windy City able to pull through and score 3 points to put on the scoreboard for Chicago.
And the king, what do you got out there, buddy?
Oh, Magic Pony, I'm sitting with Locktress Monster. I think this would be your last call to get those tickets for this fabulous bike down there. Locktress, how much are those tickets selling for?
They're selling 1 for $5 or 3 tickets for 10.
Heck yeah, get your tickets now and get that bike. Back to you, Pony.
Thanks, King.
White flight going to the penalty box for a fourth minor, it looks like.
She took that intentional legal procedure penalty to get that fourth minor out of the way to spend the minute so she can recycle in as she's in heavy rotation as a jammer.
Well, she's got 6 out of 7 lead jammers, plus she has 34 points on the board. By far the highest score so far this bout. So, yeah, let's keep her clean.
We now have a grand slam on the scoreboard for Cololoca 911 for the Windy City All-Stars.
One more grand slam, and that's going to be another lead change. Count it. That is 5 points. 53, Windy City to Portland's 52.
Oh, nice takedown there.
That was Frankenherder, transplant from San Francisco. Initial pass there for Scald Eagle. I like that both Rose City Jammers have cleared their minors. Hey, what's up, Magic Pony? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, and I love Joe's Burgers, 4 locations, awesome burgers, and the official feeder of our volunteers. That's Joe's Burgers.
Slight pack advantage here in favor of Windy City All-Stars. They're going to roll out with Varla Vendetta with the star on her helmet, taking on the Blast Unicorn.
4-3 on there. Scrappy Go Lucky getting a vice grip in the middle with Joyride.
White Flight now back engaged in pack play, but we do have Windy City All-Stars Varla Vendetta as she pulls through for lead jammer.
Nice opening there. You
Nice.
bet you make it with a beautiful hit to the inside. And that's a major cut on Blast Unicorn, so power jam for Windy City.
So we have a no pass, no penalty called on Varla Vendetta, so she picks up 4 points. Nice recycling there, huge assist. Varla Vendetta hitting the track on turn 3.
Beautiful defense set up. Power jam's hurting Rose City right now. Doing great on the defensive end, but they need jammers out there to score points.
Nice cohesive pack play there and a 3-wall at the front, shutting down Varla Vendetta. She looks for an assist there from Ruth and Asia.
Scrappy Go Lucky, last line of defense, catches up with Joyride. Out of place called though, so that's another pass for Varla Vendetta.
That's a grand slam for Varla Vendetta.
Beautiful escort to the outside there by Joyride, who dances to the back like, come on, come on. Beautiful forward wall there, set up.
Nice recycling by White Flight as she tries to stay out in front of Varla Vendetta. Varla Vendetta pulling to the left for 5 in the sky for Chicago.
Chicago really pushing their lead on this jam, 71 to Portland's 52. Blast Unicorn makes her initial pass here. Not a scoring opportunity yet. Varla Vendetta calls it off, takes, count it.
Varla Vendetta bringing her
3 more points.
3 more points for her as she brings her total to 40 points scored.
Huge jam there for Chicago. Huge 2 power jams in a row. We got time for one more jam here.
Scald Eagle wearing the star for the Wheels of Justice.
And that is Athena the Crime for Windy City. First whistle has blown.
Windy City holding the back line there as they try to shut down Scald Eagle.
Rose City up in the front. Athena the Crime gets through. Lead Jammer.
Mercy now trying to maintain position. She creates some room there for Scald Eagle to pull through on her non-scoring pass.
Like defensive maneuvering set up here. A little bit of squeezing going on. We'll see that. A 0-0 pass. That's it for this first period. Chicago with 74, Portland with 52. Still a close bout. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for both these teams! Ladies and gentlemen, really quick, I want you all to please make some noise and give some love to our DJ, Agent Meow, tonight for keeping you dancing. Agent Meow in the house. Meow here. All right, Ms. Spider. The second period of the bout is on. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise!
We have Jackie Daniels, 07. She's going to take on Scald Eagle. Scald Eagle getting escorted to the infield by number 17, Go-Go.
Jackie Daniels comes out first and lead Jammer, Windy City. And a quick pass there on the inside. That's down to 5 points for Jackie Daniels, Windy City. But Scald Eagle out on her initial pass.
Jackie Daniels making the wise decision. She calls off the jam before Scald Eagle can put any points on the scoreboard.
Now the big issue in the first period has been power jams. Rose City's jammers have gone from the box substantially more than Windy City. So we'll see in halftime if they're able to draw the ball and break that. Because the penalties are relatively even. The skaters are doing a good job scoring. Power jams is what's making a difference.
And you don't want to give Windy City.
Fly makes it out first. She's your lead jammer.
We do have Phil Loca through on her initial non-scoring pass as well.
White Fly has scored 34 points so far this period. Loca, 13 in this bout.
I was mentioning earlier that you don't want to give Windy City All-Stars an opportunity to have a solitary jammer on the track as they will capitalize on that situation.
0-0. Now we have all 10 skaters out there. Spiders, so we're going to see how this even roll works out. Zoe Trish is on the line for Windy City.
Skating up against Scald Eagle for the Wheels of Justice.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please put your wings in the air for Scald Eagle right now.
Scald Eagle trying to make her out the last line of defense. They are forced to allow her to go as she picks up lead jammer status for your Wheels of Justice.
Nice defensive four-wall in the back of Wheels of Justice. And Scald Eagle is on her first scoring pass.
Jackie Daniels trying to assist the midfield. She's unsuccessful. Scald Eagle through for the full 5 points.
Initial pass there made by Zoe Trocious. And Windy City doing a great job of getting to the front of the pack, Spider.
They're just trying to maintain those forward positions in order to prevent the team of Wheels of Justice to score points on them.
Both teams were able to score there. 3-3 on that pass, even odds. But a few extra points pulled out by Scald Eagle on that.
Hey, we'd like to thank once again the Lloyd Athletic Club, the official sports fitness facility of the Rose City Rollers. That's the Lloyd Athletic Club.
You know, it's crazy, Spider. No one went to the penalty box side jam.
I find that fantastic.
I love it. That's just good derby.
I'm a fan of 5-on-5.
White flight
Athena,
in the jammer position for Wheels of Justice.
she got knocked out to the straightaway. Nice shoulder check there by Sargentina, number 52.
Athena de Crime up against the Wheels of Justice 4-wall.
White flight taking on WCR there at the front of the pack.
She's got a lot of action up front there.
Nice assist by Yvette, your maker. Now it looks like 219 Hoosier Mama maintaining position. However, White flight through. She is your lead jammer.
And we have a power jam for White Flight! Athena de Crime going to the penalty box for a cutting the track major. She passed opponents out of bounds. This is what Wheels of Justice needed.
Havana also headed to the penalty box for the Wheels of Justice, along with Sargentina for Windy City.
It looks like 3 points. She had a minor back block preventing her from 2 of those points. And it looks like Scrappy Go Lucky's going to the penalty box. – 3-2 blocker advantage for Windy City, and they're not doing a good job holding the front there.
We've employed that strategy quite a few times here as this bout develops.
Fourth minor picked up by somebody. It's a fourth minor picked up by Frankenherder.
Frankenherder now going to take a minute in the penalty box. That is
only one blocker out there. That's J.K. Oling with White Flight. Sometimes there's no offense like a good defense. 0-0 on that last pass.
We'd like to thank Fire on the Mountain. And King, what do you got for us out there, buddy?
Well, I'm down here with Taylor and Jacob. They're new fans of the Wheels of Justice. Jacob, who's your favorite player?
Scald Eagle.
Oh, you heard it here. And Taylor?
White Flight.
Nice. 2 of my personal favorites, too. Back to you, Pony.
Thanks, King. RCR's favorite Clinton Street bar. That's the Nightlife Lounge.
Well, this is a good opportunity to put your wings in the air for Scald Eagle. She's jamming for the Wheels of Justice.
This is a huge hit on her by Gogo to the infield. That created some opportunity for Cola Loca to pull through for lead jammer status for Windy City.
Nice defense there by Old Dirty Gogo, stopping. We have a blocking out of play by Heidi Go-Seek, hitting Cola Loca too far in front of the pack.
5 more points on the board for Cola Loca. She pulls through on her scoring pass.
Swing and a juke, and there is initial pass for Scald Eagle.
It was nice work by KWOW. KWOW actually a rookie on the All-Stars for Windy City.
4 more points there for Windy City, pushing the lead to Chicago 91, Portland 64.
Zoe Trocious, the jammer for Windy City All-Stars, going up against White Flight.
4-2 blocker advantage right now for Windy City.
Interesting maneuvering there by Zoe Trocious as she actually was functioning as a blocker. She's going to try to get her on the inside. She changes up her strategy. Huge takeout on the straightaway by J.K. Rowling.
But she's going to get a blocking out of play. She was too far in front of the pack when she made that hit. Frankenherder with the save there, catching Zoe Trocious and cycling her to the back.
Oh, right on the inside line. Defensive jamming there.
White Flight gets through. Zoe Trocious was lead jammer, but White Flight getting through force. Zoe Trocious to call off the jam, Magic Pony.
Hey, we'd like to thank OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team for the Rose City Rollers. Receive next day medical care by using our sports medicine hotline, 494-4000.
At the Ron Tonkin Jammer line, we have number 360, Joyride for the Wheels of Justice.
And Cola Loca 911 for Windy City.
Nice switch up here. We haven't seen much of Joyride in the jammer position.
Bork with great offensive hit, opening up the line. And Cola Loca scores Bork going to the penalty box for that.
We have Joyride through on her non-scoring pass. Trying to get through on the inside line. That's Cola Loca. She does make it through legally. Picks up the points, hit it and quit it as she calls off the jam.
4 more points there. Scylla with a hit to the inside, but not enough to go over the line.
We'd like to thank Buffalo Gap Eatery and Saloon, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. That's Buffalo Gap.
Penalties hurting Wheels of Justice right now, but now we have an even pack set up. And we have a jam time kill. It has started, but both teams are gonna hold off for a second. Hopefully, maybe get some penalty skaters out of the penalty box, maybe. The Wheels decide to get this party started.
Wheels of Justice saw J.K. Rowling standing up for the 10 seconds left in the penalty box as she finished up that penalty.
All right, no pack was called, which releases the jammers. Huge outside line opens up. And Windy City's jammer gets through, but right behind her is White Flight.
Zoe Trocious taking that honored position as the lead jammer for the Windy City All-Stars. Again, the #1 team in the North Central region.
Both jammers hit it. White Flight gets out front. 3 for Windy City. Oh, sorry, 3 for Wheels of Justice, 2 for Windy City.
Second time in the half, that's Joyride for the Wheels of Justice taking on Jackie Daniels. Interestingly enough, both jammers not in high rotation in the first period.
Looks like Scald Eagle is taking her intentional 4th minor. Just a lot of fighting for positioning Jackie Daniels around the outside. Meets a huge wall, and Mercy says, hey, take a seat.
Nice recycling by Mercy as she has a nice hit to the infield on Jackie Daniels.
On the inside, Joyride gets through! She is your lead jammer! And this is all about a powerful defense set up by French Tickler. Mercy texting.
Nice assist there by Georgia on your behind as she creates a window there for Jackie Daniels to get through on her non-scoring pass.
4-2. Nice maneuvering by Joyride. Calls off the jam right before 1-0. Wheels of Justice.
And we want to thank one of our newest sponsors, that's DerbyFit.com. They're providing Advocare's world-class energy, sports performance, and weight management products for Derby today. Thank you, DerbyFit.com.
4-2 blocker advantage right now, Windy City.
Windy City appears like they're all taking that knee to force that immediate second whistle to get that jam started.
Cola Loca up there, dancing around with nice maneuver. She gets out, lead jammer.
Yeah, she hopped through the sandwich of J.K. Rowling and Heidi Gosek. Sargentina headed to the penalty box, the PBR penalty box.
As is White Flight going to the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box for a major back block there.
So
Can't
now
get your opponents too hard in the back.
Cola Loca now through on her scoring pass, picking up that 5th point.
All right, nice maneuvering there. Second wall, 4th minor picked up by Bork.
Looking to get around the last line of defense there. She recycles to the back of the pack. Mercy now engaged in pack play, changing the dynamics. Huge hit.
We have a nice full blocker contingent for the Wheels of Justice, which is nice. 4-2 there, only one jammer out there. Hit to the head by Who's Your Mama? She's going to go to the penalty box.
Cola looking for a window there as the Wheels of Justice forming a huge wall at the front.
All right, looks like 4 more points there. Magic Pony.
And the king, one last time. What do you got for us?
I'm down here with Napoleon Bonaparte. She's pulling mascot duty tonight. What do you think they can do to get back in this game?
Oh man, just capitalizing on every opportunity to switch from offense to defense and doing it together. I think we're super strong at that. As long as we execute it when it needs to be executed, we're going to take it.
You heard it here, Napoleon Bonaparte. Thank you very much.
Hey, this official timeout brought to you by the Brew, Randy.
Hi there. So what's happening is we're just taking a moment for head ref Cirrhosis to talk to the captains and warn them about high blocks. Those are hits with the head or hits to the head. That they're getting a little egregious and they're going to be locking down a little more hardcore on them. So we're just taking a little breather.
And Mega Megan's out there giving away some Girl Scout cookies to the people in the DerbyFit.com Spark section. Get your hands in the air if you want some of those amazing Derby Girl Scout cookies.
Now, Spider, we have a nearly 40-point lead, 38-point lead, Chicago over Portland. The huge issue right now being penalties. Plenty of time to bring it back, however, but it's really going to take a huge focus on both teams to stay on the track, because that's really making the difference. Having said all that, we have a 4-2 blocker advantage going into this next jam.
In favor of the Wheels of Justice, it looks like Gogo trying to get up and break up that wall to create some space for her jammer.
Not a moment too soon. White Flight back in the mix. We have out of play called. And lead jammer is White Flight, who is currently doing some baby eating.
We're going to have Old Dirty Gogo going to the PBR penalty box for a blocking out of play major.
Now, White Flight is lead jammer, but currently both jammers are in their initial pass. We got a 3-2 blocker advantage for Rose City right now.
White Flight pulling through, taking lead jammer status for Rose City.
So Rose City taking care of their advantage. Scylla, Devour, and Scrappy Go Lucky up front, slowing the roll and doing some great defense on Zoe Trocious.
Wheels of Justice, nice maintaining that 2-wall up at the front of the pack. Bork now recycling to the front.
Joyride going to the penalty box for her 4th minor there. Nice slow controlled pack there. White Flight sees her a moment on the inside, picks up. Got him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for the Wheels of Justice.
Reducing the point differential here as they race to catch up with Windy City. White Flight escorted off the track, out of bounds.
Looks like Old Dirty Gogo came back in front of an opponent. I think it was a 4th minor, so she's going to the penalty box there. Bork with the direction of play called. You have to block in the forward skating position. 3 more points for White Flight and the Wheels of Justice!
We'd like to thank the Lloyd Athletic Club, Mike Saya, official trainer for the Wheels of Justice at the Lloyd Athletic Club. This time out brought to you by The Brew, the station where butt rock never died.
Who wants a shirt?
Girl Scout cookie season's over, ladies and gentlemen. This is your only chance to get another box of Thin Mints or Samoas. Get your hands in the air right now. That's it.
Chicago using 2 of their 3 team timeouts. They only have 1 more for the rest of the bout. Portland sitting on all 3 of theirs. They are down 30 points right now, but we still have 14 minutes left.
Scald Eagle, the jammer for the Wheels of Justice, taking on Cola Loca. Oh, Scald Eagle on the inside lane.
Nice offensive maneuvering, but Havana Good Time catches Cola Loca, gets her back in the pack. Looks like Coloca still caught behind Havana Good Time. Scald Eagle on her first scoring pass. And ladies and gentlemen, 5 points. Put your wings in the air for Scald Eagle. Grand slam.
Cola Loca threw on her non-scoring pass.
That's 3 picked up on that last pass by Cola Loca, 0 for Scald Eagle. So picked up a few to cover that deficit.
Rob Lobster out on the track reminding the referees that the Delta Cafe is amazing Southern fare. Big Eat stiff drinks. Pick up a coupon on your way out tonight. They're giving them away at the door. That's for the Delta Cafe.
Up in the line for Wheels of Justice, the Blast Unicorn.
Nice assist to the infield by Sargentina. She is able to recover. Your lead jammer is the Blast Unicorn. Jackie Daniels still trying to get her way through there. There she goes on her non-scoring pass.
Blast Unicorn engaged. Gets out, calls it! 3-2 on that pass. Minor cut, preventing one of those points. Chicago 111, Portland 84.
Jackie Daniels taking on White Flight.
All 10 skaters on the track right now. It's a little bit bananas.
KWOW with nice maintenance in front of White Flight, working in tandem there with GoGo.
Nice slow defense from Scrappy Go Lucky. JK rolling in the front.
Jackie Daniels able to make her way through that sandwich as she pulls through for lead jammer for Windy City.
And there's the initial pass there for White Flight. Jackie Daniels in scoring position. There's a 4-2 blocker advantage for Rose City. And nice defensive maneuvering, Ms. Spider.
As KWOW and Varla Vendetta sitting in the penalty box for Windy City, creating that pack advantage in favor of the Wheels of Justice.
We got 10 minutes left. Jackie Daniels engages in that wall. Nice maneuvering, steps through. Calls it off right as White Flight's gonna hit. That's 4 points for Chicago.
Hey, we'd like to remind everybody that May 3rd and 4th, Rose City Rollers semifinals, and May 11th and 12th, Wheels of Justice and AOA go head-to-head with both Denver Rollerdoll travel teams. Get your tickets at theportlandmercury.com.
Wings in the air, ladies and gentlemen, for Scald Eagle! Put your Zoes in the air if you're a Chicago fan for Zoe Trocious. And lead jammer, Scald Eagle!
Zoe having a rough time getting around Texine, now recycling to the front. Frenchie working together with Kickacity.
Great recycling in the front. And beautiful knockdown by Blast Unicorn. Grand Slam Scald Eagle!
Frenchie has a last line of defense, forced to allow Zoe to go through on her non-scoring pass. Oh, nice breakthrough for Scald Eagle, but she's gonna get called for a major backblock penalty. This is now a power jam in favor of Windy City.
Once again, power jams being a factor in this bout. Nice positional block there for French Tickle. Oh.
Is forced to allow her to go. That creates some room there for Zoe to put another 5 points on the scoreboard. She looks to her bench. They tell her to keep going.
Looks like Wheels just trying to cycle the front for defensive positioning. Great opportunity to push the lead here from Windy City. They got all 4 skaters on the block and the jammer.
We did have a star pass as Zoe passed it to Hoosier Mama.
That's some defensive numbers back. Hoosier Mama dancing on the outside, takes a couple of hits, but as the helmet pass was out of play. She's going to the penalty box. That's going to be a power jam for Scald Eagle!
So it was an illegal star pass as Hoosier Mama lost her pivot helmet cover, taking her out of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, the after party, that's after tonight's bout, is at the Someday Lounge at 125 Northwest 5th Avenue. Free ride on the max to get you there. That's the after party at the Someday Lounge. This official timeout brought to you by The Brew, the station where butt rock never died. That's The Brew. Hey, we'd like to thank our newest sponsor, DerbyFit.com, for providing Advocare's world-class energy, sports performance, and weight management products for today's roller derby community. That's DerbyFit.com.
When a star pass takes place, the jammer can hand their star helmet panty to the pivot, the skater that has a helmet panty with a stripe on it. But if you're a pivot and that stripe cover comes off, you're not considered a pivot anymore. What happened was Windy City's jammer's pivot cover fell off. She did not replace it, but put the star jammer on anyway, which is an illegal star pass. She received a warning, she didn't switch it out. Then that landed her in the penalty box for a major illegal procedure out of play, putting the jammer star on. A very unique situation, but the call is going to stand unless they change their mind again.
Mecca Megan on the floor with the t-shirt.
Still reviewing.
Get your hands in the air if you want one of those t-shirts. Mecca Megan on her way. Hands in the air.
Now, while the call stands, the pivot is going to the penalty box as a pivot, not as a jammer. So Windy City will have a jammer on this jam.
And who is that jammer gonna be, Randy?
That jammer will be 07 Jackie Daniels for Windy City, skating up against White Flight.
We have less than 8 minutes and 28 points separating the teams, still within the realm of reason. It's about execution right now. Both teams need to stay on the track, do some derby.
Sargentina holding the inside line, working together there at the back with Georgia on your behind.
Nice offensive screen set up by Old Dirty Go-Go, setting free Jackie Daniels for lead jammer for the Windy City Roller Girls.
Frenchie, number 2, sitting in the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box.
Nice juke from White Flight, making her initial pass there.
Sargentina again working that inside line as Frankenherder taking a nice assist to the infield on Jackie Daniels.
2 points picked up by Jackie Daniels on that 0 for the Wheels of Justice. 7 minutes left. Magic Pony Power Hour.
I got nothing left to pitch. Randy Pan.
Excellent. Back to the action. Scald Eagle off the Ron Tompkin via jammer line.
Skating up against Varla Vendetta for the Windy City All-Stars. Both teams skating Sansa blocker.
And they're off. Windy City definitely getting the party started. Scald Eagle gets out. Lead jammer.
Varla Vendetta taking on Mercy there at the front of the pack. She gets assisted out of bounds. Mercy taking herself out of play.
We have a major cut on Varla Vendetta. Power jam, Scald Eagle, wings in the air.
That's a grand slam for Scald Eagle.
It would be nice, like 4 more of those.
Scald Eagle gonna capitalize. She takes a huge sternum hit by Hoosier Mama.
Nice 3-wall up front there. Ruthanasia, sorry, different skater. Taking her to the outside, but there she comes past. 5 more points for Scald Eagle. Wings it. I want everybody's wings in the air right now.
Now a mere 20 points separate these teams. Scald Eagle still in play. She takes a hard hit there from Hoosier Mama.
Pack is determined to be at the back. Out of play is called. That's another point. Wings in the air. 5 more for Scald Eagle. 15-point bout.
Over now we have Varla Vendetta back on the track as the jammer for Windy City. She's going to make it around on the outside on her non-scoring pass.
Initial pass there. It looks like Ruthanasia going for a 4th minor there.
KWOW working with Bork up the front of the pack. Huge hit on the jammer.
Scald Eagle calls off the jam. Wait a minute.
We are going to get a cutting the track penalty.
4 more points, ladies and gentlemen. 11-point bout.
We are going to get a major cutting the track penalty called on Scald Eagle. I'm unclear though if it was a major or that was a 4th minor picked up by Scald Eagle. So this is now a power jam for Jackie Daniels and the Windy City All-Stars. Trying to get around Texine at the back of the pack. Nice assist by Heidi Gosek. Sargentina trying to create a window.
That is some great defense from Wheels of Justice, but
she does get through. That's Jackie Daniels as she's your lead jammer. Scald Eagle is sitting in the penalty box for that cutting the track fourth minor.
hit to the head from Sargentina. Only one blocker out there for the Windy City All-Stars.
Jackie Daniels looking for an assist from Yvette Maker.
Nice defensive coordination up front from... There you go, Yvette Maker with an offensive swing.
Jackie Daniels is gonna pull around the last skater, Heidi Gosek, and take that grand slam for Chicago.
It's gonna be a 16-point lead, but initial pass made by Scald Eagle.
Jackie Daniels struggling to get through. Ruth and Asia trying to assist and get in front of Scrappy Go Lucky to create a window there. Windy City able to pick up 3 more points on the scoreboard, bringing them to 130.
Team timeout called. Looks like for Windy City, calling their third team timeout. I'm guessing it's going to be an official review.
And while we're in this timeout, I'd like to remind everybody about picking up your Delta Cafe coupon as you're leaving the building. They'll be giving those away at the door. And tonight's after party is at the Someday Lounge. That's 125 Northwest 5th Avenue. Ride free on the Max to get there. Your ticket, your bracelet gets you in free.
All right, this team timeout is almost up. Rose City down 19 points, 2.5 minutes left. Time for a couple of jams. Rose City right now sitting on a blocker advantage, 4-2. White Flight for Wheels of Justice up against Bartlett Vendetta for Windy City. White Flight gets out front, pushes 20 feet. White Flight lead jammer! Last unicorn go to the penalty box, did not see the call, and it looks like Bartlett Vendetta made her initial pass. 3-on-3 in the penalty box. Nice whipping and juke from White Flight. She calls it. Let's see if she grabbed any. Is there a Windy? 2 points for White Flight. Team timeout called for Portland. So we are down to 17 points, a minute 42. 70 points can easily picked up at one jam. 3-3 in the penalty box. Rose City still needs a huge jam to pull this out. Time not on their side. Windy City just have to play defense and hold the line. Rose City have to come out with some strong play right now. Definitely doable. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your wings in the air right now for Scald Eagle. And Windy City fans, put your bottles in the air for Jackie Daniels, number 07, jamming for Windy City. All right, the jammers are released. 3-on-3 in the pack. Defensive line at the back for Wheels of Justice. Defensive line up front for Windy City.
Nice work on behalf of the Wheels of Justice at the back of the pack as they stave off Jackie Daniels.
Looks like, oh my stars and garters, back block, fourth liner, Jackie Daniels, lead jammer, Skull Eagle, power jam! Skull Eagle! Five more points, Skull Eagle! 7-point bout! Five more points! 2-point bout! Ladies and gentlemen, Rose City has taken the lead! Initial pass, Jackie Daniels. Time! Ladies and gentlemen, unofficial final, 133 to Chicago's 130. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to confirm the score. We have to confirm the score. Hold up, we have to confirm. It's too close. We have to confirm. It's not official yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is not. It's official! Rose City Wheels of Justice, 133. Windy City, 130. In the last gym, Skull Eagle pulls it out. I lost my voice. Give it up for the Wheels of Justice. Give it up for the Windy City Roller Girls for playing an incredible bout. We are going to check in with Ms. Spider for the most valuable players.
And ladies and gentlemen, Chicago nominates White Flight for their MVP. Make some noise! Whitey, congratulations. Chicago loves you the most. We love you the most. And I want to remind everybody to come to the after party at the Someday Lounge. Hang out with Chicago and your very own Wheels of Justice.